Man, what a war. Thank you, Luke Rockhold, for the career. Thank you for that amazing fight. At 37 years old, he makes his final bow. Admits that he's too old for this, but he made that a tough fight for Paulo Costa, who's much younger than him. On paper and on the odds, a lot of people were writing off Luke Rockhold. A lot of people thought that Paulo Costa would run right through him and knock him out easily. And Rockhold showed more toughness than ever before. In high altitude, where it's much easier to gas out, he's coming back down from light heavyweight. You know how it can affect the body when someone's jumping up and down weight classes. It could really impact their cardio. The guy was gushing. He could barely even breathe because of that. So imagine high altitude and not able to breathe out of your nose, getting heavily pressured throughout the fight. It's extremely taxing on the body and on the mind. To be in there for 15 minutes under those kind of circumstances, it would be tough for anybody in the world. Rockhold is not the same guy that he was before, and he admits this as well. And Luke went back and forth with him, took big shots, return shots, stunned Costa a couple times, got stunned himself, able to show perseverance. And it's kind of a quality that we never really got to see out of Rockhold due to, let's be honest, his inability to take big shots. But against Paulo Costa, who doesn't necessarily have that much power compared to some of the guys that Luke has fought before, still has enough power to hurt you with shots. And Rockhold took some of them. He did get stunned a couple times, but able to come back. That was so amazing to see from him. Him give it his all in his final fight, tried to win, attempt to win. If we're going to be honest, he did make some questionable decisions in the cage there, shooting takedowns like a mile away, not implementing the jab, which is a common technique that Costa has a very hard time defending, and getting way overzealous in the grappling scenarios, which ultimately got Paulo Costa on top. And that's actually some praise we have to give Paulo Costa. He actually showed higher fight IQ than Luke Rockhold. And that is something a lot of people did not expect from Paulo Costa. Rockhold has some really cool moments though. I mean, the moments where like he was insulting Costa, cussing him out, and then punching him and rocking him. I agree with Joe. That is like movie kind of stuff. He brought back the tornado kick. It honestly looked at the end of it all that he was relieved that he was able to pour it all into this fight. The man gave it his absolute all. But Luke Rockhold absolutely showed that he was a warrior. He's a legend in the game. He was a former champion. He beat some amazing fighters all the way back in Strikeforce, where he won that belt against Jacare Souza, to where he won the belt in UFC against Chris Weidman. Luke Rockhold has done a lot in his career. And even though he did take a lot of damage throughout his career and people did want him to retire a little bit earlier, the fact that he had this much left in him, he wanted to expend it all. He wanted to express himself fully out there, give it all that he has so he has no more regrets in the game, and we cannot expect more from him. So thank you, Luke Rockhold, for the amazing fights like this one, possibly his best back and forth ever in his entire career. His Jacare fight was amazing, his Tim Kennedy fight was amazing, to his fantastic performances like the one against Chris Weidman, the big one against Bisping the first time, the huge win against Lyoto Machida. And here's the thing that people don't know about Luke Rockhold: all of his wins in the UFC have been by a finish. This is actually the first time in the UFC he's ever gone to a decision, win or lose. The guy always brings it, man. He's always in these explosive fights, and we could not thank him more. So again, thank you, Luke Rockhold, for the amazing performances, the cringe moments, all an experience for us fans to witness. Now, where does this put Paulo Costa? Because not able to beat Luke Rockhold the way everybody thinks that he should have, honestly doesn't do him too much good. I mean, he won the fight, a win's a win, but against a guy who's unranked, older in his career, doesn't really have a great chin, really fit to his style, to be honest, and he still had a hard time against him. I mean, it probably just goes on to further say that Paulo Costa has been overestimated a bit. He looked good against Vettori, but Vettori has a rather simplistic style for guys who throw hard, look for the knock on all that stuff. He walks into a lot of your stuff. And we cannot forget the whole weight shenanigans. And also Costa has good wrestling, good takedown defense, good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Against the top echelon of this division, I don't see Costa ever beating those guys. And I also have to go and say, if this was prime Luke Rockhold, I think he probably would have won the fight.